Okay, we're going to go ahead and get kicked off today. Thank you, everyone, for taking time out of your busy day and your busy schedule to come onto this webinar training to learn the skills that are necessary to have a flourishing business inside of Connie and Team Fusion. I am super excited to be on this training. I'm super excited for the gentleman that you're about to hear. He's going to get this training kicked off. He's my personal mentor, my personal sponsor, someone I have so much respect for. One of the only reasons I decided to even take a look at Team Fusion because of this guy, this guy's business clout and what he's done, not only in business but in his personal life and in network marketing. This guy I met in a previous company has 10 years of experience. He's helped someone make $1 million already and dozens of people to make a six-figure income. He had thousands and thousands of distributors, I think 6,000 distributors on his team in his last company. He brings with him expertise and amazing leadership. I wouldn't have followed anyone else, but this guy, I would follow him into war. He's changed my life forever. One phone call that he made seriously helped me go from living with my mom to $1 million home in Coronado. So yes, he's an absolute expert in industry. We're so very blessed. He hit the position of Ruby in 31 days in Team Fusion. He hit the position of Diamond in 5 months, created a six-figure income in 100 days by hitting Emerald. Then hit Diamond. Then he hit Blue Diamond in his first year in this company, a multiple six-figure income, just because of how much he cares about his team, how great he is in this company. So I am so blessed and so privileged to go ahead and bring up our top producing Blue Diamond, Mr. Charles Rubal.
Thank you, Mr. Byers. Oh my God, it's such a pleasure and really an honor to be in business with people like you, people that are so dedicated, you yourself just so committed and dedicated and hardworking and that's the kind of people we attract, and it's just awesome to be in business with you. I'm excited for everyone to get to hear the training that we have today. I'm going to keep my part short here because I want you guys to get to the meat and potatoes of what to actually do. People join Team Fusion, like, what do I do, Well, let me tell you, we're not just telling you what to do based on theory. We're going to literally show you what we did. This is a training that's literally more or less what I did to go Ruby in 31 days, Blue Diamond in 1 year. And my first 12 months with Kyani and Team Fusion made $126,000. So it's real, it's very real, and this is all proven. Every strategy we have here is proven. Take everything we say literally, watch it again and again. I'm going to jump through this information and into these slides. Matt basically exhausted every positive thing he could possibly say about me, so I don't have anything more to say. I'm just excited, and I'm going to jump right in this. My part is real quick, and it's just 4 quick slides on mindset and really attitude. And I think anything you get started, if you start anything in life with the wrong attitude or the wrong mindset, you're not going to be successful. If you start with the right attitude, the right mindset, you certainly have a good chance to have a lot of success. And so, mindset is so important, and I want you guys to understand, if you're brand new and you're looking at this, and maybe this is the first time you've done this, maybe you've never been in network marketing before, maybe you've never been an entrepreneur before, maybe this is totally out of your realm of comfort, and that's awesome and that's okay. And maybe you're just kind of deciding, how fast you want to go. Maybe you're still deciding how seriously you want to take this, and that's perfectly fine. But I want you to understand that this training is geared towards people that want to go fast and really build fast. Now, the good news is, whether you want to go fast and go, hit top production and top ranks and move through the compensation plan quickly to the high levels in the company, or whether you're still just deciding how much you want to do or how active you want to be or how serious you want to be, or just deciding, you just want to make your money back, just want to make $1,000 a month, make a little bit extra part-time money. Either way, what we do is the same. So whether you want to go fast or whether you want to go slow, or whether you are still deciding, it's still the same thing. It's still the same process. It's just the amount of time you're going to put into this. It's just how seriously you're going to take it, how much you're going to prioritize it in your life, how you're going to, basically coordinate your time and your schedule. So even if you're still deciding how fast you want to go, the good news is you'll have people join your team that really want to go fast. They really want to make this happen. They want to go to the top of the compensation plan quickly, and this training is for them. So I'm excited. We're going to jump right into it. Mr. Byers is going to control the slide deck here. I'll go into the first slide, and I'm just going to share with you guys, jump right into it, A few key points here, keys to success. Number one, we got to keep it simple. Any knucklehead can complicate things. You know what I mean? It takes a real genius to keep things simple. And so to go fast in this business, we got to keep it simple. Imagine how fast this can grow if it's simple. If it's simple to learn, it's easy to learn, it's easy to share, it grows fast, the next person shares it, the next person shares it, everyone's growing, it's moving fast. So we want to keep it simple. As soon as we start to overthink things and ask too many questions and complicate things, it slows us down. Now, if you have questions, hopefully this training will answer those questions, and if not, you're going to have a great upline chain of solution to answer questions for you. But the bottom line is we just want to keep it simple. This training is designed to help you go Jade. Jade is the key point. We want to help you go Jade ASAP. What is a Jade? A Jade is someone that had 3 people join them in the business, starting off with the Social Builder Pack or the Premium Pack. So you yourself got started with the Social Builder Pack or the Premium Pack, and then having 3 other people get started with the Social Builder Pack or Premium Pack, and then you are a Jade. And then imagine if you helped your 3 people become Jade. That's 3 more, that's 9 more, and then those Jades became Jades. And we help those reps as teams become Jade, and all those Jades teams become Jades. Can you see how quickly this starts exploding? So all that matters is going Jade for several different reasons. We want to get you, we want to create your story right away. By going Jade, you're going to earn several paychecks. When you introduce people to the business, you get paychecks. When you get customers, you get paychecks. When you get promoted to Jade, you're going to get paychecks. So we want to get you paid quickly. People are going to ask you how you're doing, how's it going for you. You say, look, I already got promoted to Jade. I'm already getting promotions. This is working great. It's unbelievable. So going Jade does a whole lot of things, and if we just stay focused on that, we want to do that right away. How are we going to do it? By not prejudging. What does that mean? Well, in the beginning, you take a look at your first presentation. Everyone that takes a look at a presentation in network marketing is already starting to think of people that they think could benefit from this. Think of people that think that, would love to have on their team. Thinking of people that could really benefit from the product. And so that's what we want to do. Start off with a list of people. Make a big list. Start off with your VIP 20, a list of 20 people that you think could benefit from this. But then we want to make a big list and go even further because we don't want to prejudge people. We want to put everyone on the list. Certainly we'll start off with the people that you think could benefit the most or would be most into something like this, but ultimately we want to show it to everybody and let them decide if they want to do it or not, if they want to be involved or not, if they want to be customers or not. We'll let them decide. And that's a big key point. There's 2 types of network marketers, those that prejudge and those that don't prejudge. And the ones that prejudge don't stay in network marketing for long. The ones who don't prejudge make a big list and have big success. A next key point that I could really recommend, the biggest thing I can recommend is be coachable. Stay coachable. Even when you're a double red diamond or when I'm a blue diamond, I'm still coachable. If my upline says, hey, this is what we want to do, boom, that's what I'm going to do. And it takes having some faith. But let me tell you, we have a track record. We know what we're doing. The results speak for themselves. We know what we're doing, and we're going to help you do it. And if you stay coachable, you're going to have success fast. If you want to take 6 months to study everything and read all the books and learn everything, then you don't have to be coachable, but then guess what? It's 6 months and you haven't had any success, and everyone's going to ask you how long you've been doing this, and you're going to say 6 months and you haven't made a paycheck yet, and they're not going to want to follow you. They're not going to want to join you. So we got to help you get paychecks fast when you know the least. And the way to do that is to be coachable and use and leverage your upline's mentorship and use and leverage your upline's ability to help you stay in high communication with your leaders. And just be open to the advice they give you because it's for a good reason, and when you succeed, we succeed. And the last thing I want to mention here is you want to focus on your first month. A lot of people get started and have things going on in their lives, distractions, holidays, family get-togethers, outings, different things they plan. But if you can just stay focused and really explode this business your first month, all we got to do is knock down that first domino. All we got to do is start that snowball rolling down the hill, and it starts to get out of control. If you can explode the business your first month, you're going to create an incredible story. And I'm going to go to the next slide and just show you a few points here. So you want to focus on your first month and exploding your first 31 days in the business, but what you also want to do is have kind of a long-term game plan, a long-term thinking. And you want to focus on a 90-day blitz, 90-day blitz. And all that means is a 90-day blitz, it just means you're blitzing. It doesn't mean you do anything different. It doesn't mean you quit your job or anything like that. It just means you're blitzing. There's 2 types of way of building network marketing. One way is blitzing, and the other way is not blitzing. And the only difference is that one way you're blitzing, You're just counting every single day. Every day counts. Every single day counts. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Even if you don't even work your business every single day, but you're working it part-time around your schedule every week, a little bit here, a little bit there, every day counts, and being consistent is a major factor. So you want to just be blitzing. We actually have 90-day blitz planners that you can get. But if you're brand new, you don't need that. You just need to stay focused and go Jade and work with your upline. When you start to become a Jade and work on going Pearl to the next level, I definitely recommend the 90-day blitz planner. But I just recommend be on a blitz. You want to create a blitz culture and get your whole team excited about blitzing. It's a better way to build the business. And you want to get excited about your future. Get genuinely excited about where you're going. Have the vision. Get excited. Think about what your life is going to be like 12 months from now. And then go attack your list. Just go attack your list. Make that big list and attack the list. Get everyone off the list, whether they want to join or not join, whether they want to check it out or not check it out. It doesn't matter to us. We don't want to get emotional about it. We just want to attack the list, and here's why. Other people will attack their lists, and your people could be on someone else's list. In the major marketplaces where our teams are exploding, you're going to see that. And there's people that you know on other people's lists that could join someone else's team. So attack your list. Don't wait around, and just know that we got to create your first 30-day story, and you're going to be telling that story, your experience of how this business worked for you in your first 30 days, how big your promotions were. I'm telling you guys my first 31-day story, I went Ruby, and I'm telling that story and how I did it for the rest of my career, and so will you. Next slide. And I'm going to kind of wrap up my topic here, but you want to really avoid dream stealers. As you start to approach people, you'll find out some people are going to be very open. Actually, you'll find out one of the biggest surprises to me personally was how open people really were to this, how interested people really were. People really were receptive, much more than I even expected. But there are still people that are going to they're not going to be excited about it, and they're not even going to want you to do it. Other people, when they see you trying to improve your life, oftentimes they're going to want to try to hold you back. And they're called haters. You know what I mean? Every morning I wake up and drink my haterade. You know what I mean? But if you go to medical school, if you go to law school, not everyone's going to come with you, and people are going to be, bummed out that you're spending all day in the law library studying for the bar exam, right? And so what you got to do is just avoid the people that try to distract you from your goals and your purpose and your vision and where you're going in life, and surround yourself with people that want to empower you and support you. And then just lead by example. Just imagine doing exactly what you want your team to be doing when they join you. When your team joins you, you want them to be excited. When your team joins you, you want them to be coachable to the strategies that have been proven. When your team joins you, they want you to create their best 30-day story as possible, to go Jade as quick as possible, and to do everything that's going on in this training, that's outlined in this training, to watch this training, to get on the training calls, and to learn from their uplines and work with their uplines, and to really schedule this part-time around their schedule. All that matters is talking to people who are not in the business. Talking to people who are already in the business, you're going to learn, you're going to be able to ask great questions and learn strategies for success. But the way we make money is by talking to people who are not in the business and introducing them to the business. That's what our schedule should be filled with. That's what our planner needs to be filled with. Lots of conversations with people that are not in the business. I mean, who would have known that when I was getting trouble in third grade for talking too much in class, I could actually get paid for it. It was crazy, So I'm excited, you guys, and I'm going to wrap this up. I think I have one more here, one more slide, and that's it. And this your first month, you want to get onto our Diamond Development Program. This is a leadership program with a compensation plan attached. And so there's a book that we recommend every brand new distributor to start reading. It's called Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell. Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell. John C. Maxwell is the world's foremost expert on leadership. He's sold more books on leadership than anybody else in the world. He's written over 60 books, maybe 70 books now. I've read 24 of them, and every book I read of his is incredible. We have an entire program designed for one book per month to read. It's not too much, it's not overwhelming, but one book a month can change your life. And this is the first book that we have everyone reading. It's a book you want to pick it up. And you can get the audio, but we recommend the book, because what I'd rather have you doing is listening to a different audio while you read the book, Failing Forward, listening to the audio called Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. Building Your Network Marketing by Jim Rohn, this audio program has changed my life. It's changed the face of my business. And every distributor joins my team, I just wish they've already listened to this audio. But we don't give people CDs to listen to before we introduce them to the business. We don't get people to read books before we introduce them to the business. We just introduce them to the business, and when they join us, then we put them on the program. This audio program, you can actually find it on YouTube, but you can find it on our team website on teamfusionwebsite.com/getting started. Teamfusionwebsite.com/getting started. It's on there. Listen to the audio. And one tip of recommendation, take everything he says literally. It's the most unbelievable audio program. I would listen to it over and over again until you memorize it. I wouldn't listen to anything else your first month in the business if you want to go fast. And again, like I said, maybe you're not sure how serious you want to be with this, and that's fine, but you should still listen to it. Give it a shot. You know, it doesn't hurt. Listen to it. See if you might get more inspired. You might learn some more information to get you more excited, to get more serious. But here's what I'll tell you. Listening to music hasn't gotten you rich. Might as well listen to something that can impact your life. So I have this. This is something I had on in my car over and over. I've probably listened to it 400 times. This book and this audio in your first month will totally change your business. And for month 2, for the books and audios to listen to in month 2, just ask your upline chain of solution. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is get myself out of the way and introduce y'all to someone who's an incredible special person in my life, not just because she's an incredible leader in the business, but she's actually my wife. And she's my wife because she's an incredible person. You know what I mean? I just snatched her right up and married her as soon as I could. And this woman is just incredible. And she's an incredible leader in the business, but she has an incredible background herself. She actually is a former professor, and she wasn't a professor at a community college or a state college. She was actually a professor at one of the most prestigious universities at Dartmouth College, which is an Ivy League school. If you don't know what that means, there's 8 of them. There's 8 of the most prestigious schools in the country: Harvard, Yale, Brown, Princeton, these types of schools. And Dartmouth is actually the one that has the smallest student population, which means it's going to be one of the most difficult to get a professorship at. And she's at the highest level in that career, and she walked away from it to do network marketing. She's doing an incredible job working with us here, just blowing up this business. And a lot of people call her their mentor. And I'm excited for you to hear from her. She's going to train on something that's really one of the most important things anyone can train on when they're brand new. And so don't miss this. Take notes. You're not going to want to miss this. You're going to want every single person in your team to watch this and listen to this part. And I can't wait for you to hear from her, my beautiful and intelligent genius wife, Dr. Meral Rudaba.
Wow. We're switching seats right here. Thank you, Mr. Rudaba. Thank you for setting this incredible training for us. You know, and when we combine all the system that Team Fusion has created for us and the track record they've set with the tools and the support that you have put in place for us and the knowledge that you continually pour into us, it truly makes this business done for you. And my topic for training today is on social media strategies, and every person that gets started wants to know how to capitalize on their social media connections. It can be a powerful tool if you do it right. And it's certainly not something you want to experiment with, because one wrong or weird post can ruin your social media game, and we are here to help you prevent that. And let me tell you, this specific training is not designed to help you recruit a bunch of people on social media, but what I'm going to share with you today is tips on what not to do on social media, what to avoid in your social media game, and to give you tips on how to start creating a positive, attractive, personal page that builds curiosity so that people start asking you and coming to you about what is it that you're doing? Who are those positive people you're hanging out with? And generate curiosity by showing lifestyle and positivity. So my key objective today, therefore, is to give you good tips on what not to post and what to post. Because let me tell you, it's always a shame, and my heart breaks when a new rep who's excited blows out their contacts on Facebook because they didn't get to watch this training. So make sure all your new reps watch this training first before they go post stuff on social media. And I want to go ahead and give you some tips. So here we go. Actually, also my background in academia is in performance studies and perception analysis. So understand this. Understand that what you put out there on social media shapes the way people in your online community perceive you, the way they see you, the way they understand you. Because at the end of the day, perception is reality. So let's start first with the first most important message you put out there about yourself on Facebook. Guess what that is? Your Facebook profile picture. You know, you want your Facebook profile picture. Next slide. Let's move to the next slide. There we go. All right. So professional Facebook profile picture. You want to make sure it's a professional picture where you look relaxed and approachable. You don't want you do not want your profile picture to be a picture of a tattoo on your arm, or a picture of your foot over the beach, or a picture of your pet. Why? Because remember, your profile picture sends out unconscious subliminal messages to people about who you are, and so you want to be strategic on how you want to represent yourself and your target audience. Here's a good question to ask yourself. What kind of a person do I want to attract into my business? And for what purpose do I want to attract this person? So this is for the ladies. So if you have a picture with your cleavage as the central focus of your photo, it's going to attract a certain kind of a person for a certain purpose. And it is highly likely that it is not business related. I mean, think about it, right? And here's one for the gentlemen. So a lot of you guys, some of you have incredibly amazing bodies, but posting a profile picture posing in your boxer briefs may not attract people looking for a business, but can surely attract people looking for the business. You know what I mean? So here's another thing you want to do. You know, you want to edit your About Me section on Facebook. You want to make sure you update your bio on Facebook and create a statement that says something a little bit more about you than just the profile picture does alone. You know, I'm going to give you some examples, and don't feel like you have to replicate it exactly, but just to give you some ideas. You know, you can write in your bio section, you know, I'm on a mission to impact 1 million lives by 2018. Or I love helping people live healthy and be happy. Or I develop and train leaders. Or I lead women and men entrepreneurs to empowerment. Or last one I have here, I love educating people to think outside of the box. Something like that, that generates even more curiosity, you see. And it breaks my heart when I see new reps updating their occupation in the About Me section on Facebook as an entrepreneur in Team Fusion and Kyani. Because guess what? When you contact them about our opportunity, they already think they know and have already made judgments and a bunch of conclusions about the business. So which brings me straight to the next point, is that your contacts, you want your contacts need to find out about this from you directly. So the first thing, don't post anything on your wall about Kyani, about the product, about the business opportunity. What you want to do is send individual messages to your friends on Facebook, because it has to be exclusive. You want to make them feel special. And you don't need business cards. You don't need to cold market. My husband and I have been in this business for 13, 14 months now, and we don't have business cards. And that's on purpose. We want to show you how to do this without spending money on business cards, because you want to focus on your warm market, and you want to focus on your friends and your family. It would be weird to give your sister your business card, you know, wouldn't it? She already has your number. All right? So don't post anything on your wall until you've made your first check in Kyani. So you want to refrain from doing that and never be defensive. Don't assume people will be skeptical or won't be interested. For example, I saw a post one time with a distributor who was clearly They were really bummed out because somebody he approached with a product didn't believe in supplement, you know. And of course, you know, it's no big deal. It happens. But this distributor vomited all over Facebook, being defensive, saying something to this effect. Oh, you know, you think this is snake oil. Oh, you think this doesn't work. I'm going to prove it to you, and so on. We can agree that anyone reading a post like that, you know, looking at this post from the outside in, is not going to find this distributor's response attractive. So you want to stay positive and not react to a naysayer. You want to stay attractive, and we all want to stay attractive. Next point, don't change your background to blueberries, to blueberry photos. And don't change your occupation. I mentioned that to Kayani distributor. You want to create curiosity and showing lifestyle. Don't solicit people. What is solicitation? Spamming everyone, you guys, on Facebook with your website links, saying, hey, buy my product, or hey, everybody, you probably don't know this about me yet, but I just joined a business with products that are unbelievable. They're called the health pyramid, and you should buy them off my website, smiley face. And they're called Sunrise, Sunset, and Nitro, and you want to buy them all together, and it's real simple and convenient, and you just take it whenever it tells you to take it. It's awesome! Exclamation mark. And if you have questions about the ingredients, I can answer them, or connect you with the guy who is above me who has 100% of the information. Smiley face, muscle, muscle, pound fist, muscle. You know, don't do that. You can see how that, you know, how that wouldn't be good, right? So that would be the end. You know, you're cooked. Any upline would look at that post and would be like, oh no, they posted that. I wish they got on this YouTube training. And they would not, you know, they would end up even scheduling an emergency conference call with all the leaders on their team and be like, hey, we got to get everyone watch this YouTube training. Did you see that post today? So you see the value of getting every new rep on this YouTube training by now, I hope. So next point, your personal Facebook page. Just show success and lifestyle. You get a promotion, post that, and ask your upline how to word it. Or you go on a yacht or some fun activity with your upline, post that. You buy your first pair of red bottom shoes, post that. Team page, welcoming new teammates and recognizing accomplishments. That's what we use it for. We welcome all new distributors to the team page. Team Fusion California, Team Fusion Boston, and we congratulate everyone on their promotions. There should be the same amount of likes as comments on every welcoming post or accomplishment post, because if you're taking the time to like it, you might as well say, welcome to the team, welcome to the family. Make sure you get launched properly. Or congrats, great job on your promotion. You know, boom, everyone should comment. Everyone should comment. These little things matter, ladies and gents, and also builds excitement in the team and solidifies bonding, okay? No personal thoughts or feelings or motivational stuff on the team page. So the team page is to welcome people, congratulate them on their promotions, accomplishments, and we can post pictures of packed out sardine can packed out PBRs, but only if they're packed out, like I said, like a sardine can, because that builds excitement too, right? Never post paychecks. Say it with me. Never post paychecks. Never post paychecks. Never post paychecks. Regulators don't like that. So you don't want to post a paycheck with the numbers crossed out, not even when it's still in the envelope. Just don't do it, you know. We don't need to do that. If anything, post the income disclosure statement that is published by Kayani Corporate. That's what we are allowed to say, and that's our disclosure. That's what we are able and allowed to disclose. Makes sense, right? So don't post paychecks. Next point, don't post event flyers on your wall to invite people. Be exclusive. We already covered this point. You want to be exclusive and invite people individually by making a personal phone call or sending out a text message with the help of your upline on inviting verbiage. Next slide. Let's go to the next slide. All right, selfie with new reps and their friends. Here's a good tip. Take a selfie with your upline, and then they can post it and you can post it and say, expanding my business with my business partner. Something big is going to happen. I'm excited, exclamation mark. Something of this sort. And you want to do that with every rep that joins your team, and you post it, and then go add all their sharp looking friends on Facebook as your friends. And now they can see the circle and the high caliber people their friend is surrounded with, and that is attractive. Think before you post. Leaders never show anger, fear, worry, frustration. This is important. So on Facebook, think before you post and avoid showing anger, worry, fear, doubt, or frustration. Only positive, nothing controversial. Basically, you want to be positive, and you do not want to post political and religious type stuff, because somebody is going to think differently than you, and they are going to be just as passionate in their views as you are in yours, and we don't want to be controversial, because we want everyone to feel good, and we want to be attractive to everyone, because we want to have a huge team of everybody, not just Democrats, right? Not just Republicans, right? We want everybody. We want everybody, everybody, everybody. Remember, people are watching you. Here's an example. Imagine you are like, wow, this is awesome. Business is good. I'm getting promotions, impacting lives. And then even for one day, you are being all bummed out about something that happened, and you share that on Facebook. Guess what happens? People who are watching you are going to see that, and they're going to be like, aha, I knew it. 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 I'm not sure if I want to join this person. But you were just having a bad day, and that happens to everyone. Just make sure you're not broadcasting it, to the public. People love to gossip, so give them something good to gossip about. How well you're doing, or your new paid-for dream card that you just got. Never lie or lead people to believe things that aren't true. And very important. Here in Team Fusion, integrity is embedded in our mission statement. Rule number 9 on the mission statement says, we embrace integrity as our core value. And rule number 5 says, only true stories and real numbers. Post all fun stuff on your personal page. Example, going out, hanging out with the kids at the park, on the beach, or post pictures, of the team going out after the meeting, the meeting, after the DFY. We call that the meeting after the meeting. So hanging out at night after the DFY, you want to post a picture of your social life with the team on your personal Facebook personal page. Post all work ethic photos of PBRs on the team page. So you don't want to put PBR photos on your personal page. That goes to the team page. Be consistently consistent on posts. One post a day tops. Make it a goal to post one post a day on your personal page that's fun, motivational, and shows lifestyle. If you get a cold market prospect, add them to the team page. And you want to add them for 3 days only, and then remove them from the page, and they're going to want to get back on it. So you create curiosity in that way, and give them just a little bit, and take it away from them, and now they want more. And when the team page is awesome, and you put your prospect on there for a few days, they're going to be, wow, this is awesome. This is crazy. What is Team Fusion? I want to be part of this movement. So you want to police the team page and alert your upline if something posted on there is not positive. So we don't want anything negative or inappropriate on the team page ever, 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 ever. And the last point I want to make is you don't want to make product testimonials on Facebook. The last thing you want to do is make health claims and get in trouble without even knowing it, that you're doing a health claim. So to wrap up, ladies and gents, your social media game is based on the consistency of your picture, of your posts, and good content. This is your chance to having high awareness on how you want to portray yourself to the public, and become really strategic on how you want people to view you. And if you have an online social media presence that's positive and upbeat, It makes people feel good and it generates curiosity. And now people are open and interested to look at what you're doing. They even start coming to you. So your goal is to become a social magnet so people are curious about who you are, what you represent, what you're doing, who you're hanging out with, what's new in your life. And that's my training for today. And the next person I want to bring up went from living with his mommy to living in a mansion in Coronado in less than 12 months. He hit the position of diamond in 6 months and now clearing nearly 20 grand a month in income. He has a huge heart. He loves helping his team be successful and truly has mastered his understanding of the system and his ability to teach it. And I say that from my lenses as a professor on how he's mastered this system and educating and teaching people on it, because I see him on the field working it and showing it and educating it to people, and that's what he's going to do with you guys today here. So without further ado, I want to pass the next training topic to Diamond, Mr. Matt Byers.
Thank you so much, Maral. You know, ever since I've aligned myself with Dr. Maral Rudabal, my business and my life has just gone vertical. She's one of the most prestigious and well-known entrepreneurs in the entire company. Very, very blessed. And same with Mr. Rudabal. Those guys, just such a power couple, changing and impacting so many lives, including my own. You heard what she said, so I won't get too far into it. But you know, I've gone years ago. I mean, living in my car to now being in an amazing financial position and having such a bright future because of one phone call that Charles made. Knowing, guys, that one phone call that you make can change someone's life. One phone call that you make, you can impact not only that person's life directly, but so many others indirectly. Someone may know someone that may know someone who goes all the way to the top of this company that has kids or will in the future have kids, and now their college tuitions are going to be paid for. You know, parents are going to be retired. My mom's going to be retired in 2017 because of one phone call Charles made. You can be the bridge for so many people, guys. One decision that you guys make can impact so many lives. Your decisions matter, and your life matters. And I'm just so incredibly grateful for this company, for Charles being able to go to close to $20,000 a month in 6 months with this company. Is incredible. And we're just getting started, only a year. And wait till you see where we're going to be at 3, 4, 5 years from now. And that's something that's extremely important to understand, guys, before I get into the system here, is that this is long-term, guys. You want to have long-term vision, okay? I would say one thing that's extremely important is to be here a year from now. Be here 1 year from now, and you're going to be absolutely you're going to be in such a different position. You're going to be in a completely different scenario a year from now. But look at this 3 to 5 year plan, guys. Okay, anything that to become a professional, it takes time. If you want to get a bachelor's degree, you got to go to 4 years of schooling in college just to have the opportunity to even go apply for a job. Okay, so this is a school, guys. You want to treat this like a profession. You want to learn the system. You want to learn the skills. Believe it or not, there's only about 7 skills that you need to master. Okay, so that's what I'm going to get into today, is how to master the system. System is an acronym, stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. So follow the system, guys. Your results are guaranteed over time. If not, it's like throwing spaghetti on the walls and seeing what sticks. Okay, so let's say you open a franchise. We can all agree that we can make better burgers than McDonald's, right? Hopefully. See, but the thing is, you cannot go out and sell billions of burgers, can we? Right? So see, we people invest in a McDonald's franchise because of the system, because of Hamburger University. You can't go and change the menu. You got to follow their system, which leads to massive success, billions of people served. Okay, so this system that Team Fusion has put together, put in 120,000 distributors in 24 months. In 2014, the U.S. was only doing $500,000 a month in sales. It had been around for 8 years. When Team Fusion came and the system that we're teaching today came to be, literally went to $10 million a month in sales in under a year. okay? Putting in 120,000 distributors in 24 months. This has never before ever been accomplished in the history of network marketing. We're the fastest growing team inside of the fastest growing company in network marketing. So that's what we're going to get into today. So first off, one thing extremely critically important when you're going out there and you're approaching your list, okay, you want to write down and have a massive list written down so you can go out and talk to people. So that's all this is, guys, is talking to people. You want the big secret? Here's the secret. Don't keep this a secret. So you're going to go out and approach the list. So first, you want to make sure that you initiate a conversation first before going out there and piquing interest. I can't tell you guys how many times someone will come up to me and say, man, I've reached out to 200 people and I can't get anyone to be interested. Like, they're not even responding to me. Immediately I know it's because they're pitching them and they're going into the pitch right away. I'll look at their messages and there's a big paragraph. They didn't even say hi first, right? So the person's going to ignore them. So first thing you want to do is say hi. Okay, so always initiate the conversation first before piquing someone's interest. Be a person. Be a human being. Don't just dump a scrimp on someone. Okay, this is relationship marketing. This is about building and developing and culturing cultivating relationships. Okay, this is the people's business. We are not in the health and wellness industry. We are in the people's industry. So when you say hi to someone, hey, how you doing? How's your 2017? Do you have any goals? Hey, how's your Sunday? How's your week going? Hey, what's up? How are you? You around? This is going to get someone engaged. This is going to get them active so that the conversation, so that you can begin it. And this is going to help you to avoid getting ignored. So remember, the first part of piquing someone's interest is to say hi. Don't forget that part. Okay, now the second part of the system, after you have initiated the conversation, now you want to figure out and find out if they're open to a new business venture. Are they even open to another stream of revenue? Are they even open to making additional income? Are they even open to another side project? Because not everyone is, and that's okay. If I'm going to go start a sushi restaurant and my aunt doesn't like sushi, let's say she's allergic to sushi, am I going to try and convince my aunt to come to my sushi restaurant and eat sushi? No, she's going to hate me, okay? So I'm going to talk to everyone. I'm going to reach out to everyone. Yes, I'm going to let everyone know that I have a business, but understanding that not everyone is made for this business, okay, is important, because not everyone is. So you don't want everyone, okay? You got to have that attitude and that posture and that conviction to know that you're only looking for certain people. You're looking for the people that are looking for you. You are looking for the people that are at 12 o'clock. If they're at 6 o'clock, it ain't going to work. We just got to go and find people that are in the right time of their lives. And if they're not, they may be 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, 12 months down the line. As long as you don't alienate yourself and you remain friends and you keep conversation going, you're going to be able to, down the line, go out and recruit people. I'm telling you, some of your best people are going to come a year from now, 2 years from now. That's why I said long-term vision. And Maral did an amazing training on social media. Social media is so important. You want to be consistent because guess what? They're looking at you, right? They are watching you. So that person that you piqued their interest, say month one, as long as you're consistent, say 8 months down the road, they may keep seeing your posts and see your success. And they say, you know what? I'm ready. I want to join their business now. I want to look into what they're actually doing because it seems like a viable opportunity for me now. Okay. So what we want to do is find out, are they even open? So what I'll do say, hey, I have a random question for you. How open are you to new business venture right now? Okay. And if they're not open, that's okay. Change the subject and be consistent on Facebook and follow up with them later. Now, if they are interested, what they're normally going to ask you is, sure, I'm open. What is it? Depends. What is it? So what you want to make sure you know is you gotta know how to pique interest. Now, notice I'm not saying give a presentation. I'm not saying spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes explaining the triangle of health. Don't talk about blueberries. Don't talk about nitro. Don't talk about sunset pills. Don't talk about check matching and I'm on top of you and you're under me. And if you start explaining this, the more that you say, the less they're going to hear. The more you say, the more they judge. So you want to have an elevator pitch. You want to have something that's concise And that's going to get someone to get excited enough to actually look and evaluate some information. So here's something that we put together. If they say, what is it? We say, oh, well, I got something. Look, it's genius. It's innovative. It's lucrative. I've partnered with some extremely successful entrepreneurs who've already created 120 million in revenue in this business. And we're going to build it even bigger now. The market is wide open, and we can be at the forefront of all of it and override all of it. I can send you some information so you can look it over, but I wanted to see if the concept appealed to you first. Okay, so that's one way you can do it. You could say also, it's in the wellness industry. It's genius how they've integrated mobile app technology, and because of that, generated 120 million in revenue their first year in this system. We're going to create a lot of wealth over the next few years, and I can send you some info so you can look this over and see if you want to partner up with us. But I want to see if the concept appealed to you first before I do. So that's important, guys. So what you're doing is you're sharing with them that, look, you're not going to send them info if they're not interested. You want to see if the concept even appeals to them. Are they even open? Because you don't want to chase people. You want to have that philosophy of some will, some won't, some wait, so what, somewhere, six will, someone's waiting, so who's next? You don't need everyone, okay? If you chase them, they're going to run from you. If you run, they're going to chase you. If you act like you're going to go to the top of this mountain no matter what, with or without them, they're going to be part of the steamroller or they're going to be part of the pavement, and they know that, and you're just going to go. I'm telling you, it's much more attractive. They're going to want to follow you more into business. The last thing that I want to do is chase people down that are interested, that are just stringing me along, because I don't have time for that. So I want to make sure that they're actually open first before I send them some information. Okay, so we're going to go over VIP 20 scripts. Now, you want to use the scripts from the group launch Zoom webinar. We do group launches Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. During these group launches, we break down your VIP 20 into categories of people so that you can launch your business fast. We're talking people that you have influence over, family, and then people that you look up to. Okay, there's three categories of people: people that look up to you, people that are your peers on the same level as you, and there's people that you look up to. You got to know who you are in relation to the person that you're talking to. In this training, there's going to be more scripts to use in addition to the scripts that we use in the group launch, okay? Learning how to be a professional inviter with lots of different tools is by far the best skill that you can learn when you are new. You want to be a master inviter, okay? You want to learn the art of inviting. Inviting is an art. It's a skill and that you can improve. Okay, 1 out of 10, you talk to 10, get 1, great. Then talk to 10, get 2, you're getting better. Okay, if you want to study anything, study inviting. This is the most valuable skill that you can learn when you're new. It is such a critical component. Now, there are 4 different personality types. So we're going to get into a little training on personality types. Knowing who you're talking to. Big mistake people make is thinking that everyone is like them. Everyone is not like you. We all have different mindsets. We all grew up differently. We had different people in our lives. We had different teachers. We have different families that have different values that taught us different things. So there are certain personality traits that people possess. Okay, we've categorized them into 4. The main 4. So you got eagles. So eagles are very money motivated. They're very ambitious, competitive. Just get to the point. Okay. Then you have peacocks. The peacock is very lifestyle driven. They like to have fun. They're very outgoing. They're very social. They wear colorful attire. These are the ones that love, going out after the meetings, right? The social aspect of it, the free trips. Okay, the eagles are just show me the money. Then you have the doves. The doves are caring, very loving. They want to help others. They want to help charities. Okay, they're really big into developing relationships. They don't want to hurt anyone. They don't want to say anything if it's to the detriment of anyone. So you got to understand who you're talking to. Then you got owls. These guys rarely make decisions based on emotions. It's more based on logic to them. They're detail oriented, analytical. Show me the facts. show me the figures, and then I can make a decision based upon that. So what is the significance of the personality traits? Well, if you're an eagle and you're talking to them like a dove about, saving the whales and the charity aspect of it and how many people that we can help, you're going to lose them. They're just going to be like, dude, show me how much money I can make, get my cars, right? Houses and whatnot. Let's talk about making $1 million, okay? But if you're talking to a dove about, hey, we can drive Lamborghinis and we can get $1 million mansions, you're going to lose them. They're going to be like, who is this guy? Like, I am completely turned off. They're going to think, why would I on earth would I buy a Lamborghini when I could donate $100,000 to to the homeless or to feeding starving kids? So you got to know who you're talking to. You got to actually be a chameleon. You want to be a little bit of all four. We're going to get into that right now. Just know who you're talking to in relation to yourself. For more scripts, refer to teamfusionwebsite.com/getting started. These are the documents that we go over in the group launch. So notice here, it says eagle, peacock, dove, or owl. So here's a good example of how to change your approach with the different personality types. So if someone says, if you ask them if they're open for business, say, great, I'm about to launch a wellness project with some friends. I can use some help. There's some great part-time money involved. We're going to be going over the initial business plan at my place. I know you're money motivated. There's some good potential bonuses that you can qualify for. I'm on a time crunch, so I would need to know if you can come up. So you're talking money there. So let's talk about doves. If you go to the bottom there, it's pretty much the same thing, but there's some great part-time money and charity involved. I need a few compassionate people who love helping others because we're going to impact 1 million lives by 2018. Trust me on that. So you could cater to their caring and loving personality. Peacocks, you can talk about the lifestyle and that you need some fun friends that are energetic and cool, and they can meet at your house. Owls, you can talk about the projects, and you need some organized people that understand details. They're going to be going over the business plan from A to Z, from Adam to Z, and we're going to go ahead and go over those details, and you'll like the platform, so they'll end up coming out and whatnot. Okay, so these are different ways to talk to different people. So remember, know who you're talking to in relation to yourself. And one critical component of this, guys, there's something called screenshots. If you have a cell phone, which I know you do, make sure that you're screenshotting. If you're brand new, if someone sends you a message, screenshot it to your upline so that your upline can help you with the verbiage on what to say. Okay, yes, they're going to have to spend some time, but it's so worth it. This is about duplication, guys, and we can teach you the correct language. Here is something so important. See, in my first tenure in network marketing, 4 months in, I didn't make one penny. Okay, it took me 5 months to make $97. All right, but I kept with it. I never gave up. I kept showing up. In month 6, my business exploded because of one single person that I was able to recruit who was an A player. He had influence. And then I was able to recruit a second one. And next thing you know, boom. See, that's what we did here in Team Fusion, guys. Your business will explode when you recruit people who have influence. I'm going to tell you this. The most negative people, the responses that you get that are negative from people are going to be people that are close to you, okay, because they know you, and they're not going to be successful, okay? I would not take financial advice from my broke friend. I would not take financial advice. I'm sorry, I love her to death, from my mom who filed for bankruptcy 3 years ago. I'm sorry. But I'll take, parenting advice from them, just not financial advice. Okay, the most successful people, they're successful for a reason, because they're open-minded. These people, guys, are successful. They have influence. They're exactly who we want in our business. They look at new business ventures, guys. They're successful for a reason. We want to go for people with credibility because they know other people who have credibility. They have a lot more contacts. They have a lot more influence. They have a lot more personal power. And all you need are 3 A players, and you are set for life. It is so much better to have 3 leaders than 1,000 followers. Okay, we are in the business of developing leaders. I'd rather have 3 than 1,000. Okay, these people have more money, but a lot of the times they lack time. They're trapped because they have no plan B. If you're afraid to talk to someone, guys, that's a definitive sign that you want to talk to them. Remember, they're the most open-minded. They're the least likely to reject you. Okay, and if they don't say no, a lot of the times they'll say, you know what? I know you can do great. Persist. And you're going to do amazing things. You're going to do remarkable things. Even though I'm not going to be your customer, maybe I actually have someone and they'll send you a referral. Okay. The people that are negative are usually because they have the most negative big accounts. All right. So that's why not talk to people that are easier? People with influence are easier. It's a lot funner and your business is going to absolutely explode. So here's a few scripts that you can utilize and use to talk to people that are successful. I'm talking multiple six-figure, and maybe your doctor. I don't know. Maybe they're multi-millionaires. Okay. So here's one. This one is the one that I used that helped me recruit someone who was a multi-millionaire, and he had a home meeting, and 8 people joined on the spot, and 71 people joined that month through one person. So I said, hey, Chris, hey, I have a ton of respect for you and everything you've accomplished in your professional career. What you've been able to accomplish in business is absolutely amazing. I'm just hoping that one day I can even be as half as successful as you. I am literally just getting started in business, and I was wondering if you could give me your professional opinion on it. Maybe you can even give me some referrals and point me in the right direction. And he said, yes, son, let's meet. And he came out and he absolutely loved it. He loved the concept of residual passive income. Successful people usually do. They want another stream of income, and we blew it up after that. So you can also say, look, I'm working with extremely successful entrepreneurs. We're expanding a health and nutrition system through a mobile, through an app on a smartphone. The system merges internet marketing and network marketing together. I know you'll be interested in it, and I really respect you in business. Was wondering if you can give me a professional opinion on it. Maybe even give me some referrals. So use this language, the professional opinion approach. Talk about additional streams of revenue and use certain language like that with people and recruiting up. So go after your A players, guys. Go after your 8s, 9s, and 10s. Don't go after your 0s, 1s, and 2s. Okay, you're going to get objections and no money and all that. It's so much funner when you're recruiting up, and watch the magic. So here's a peaking interest. So it's a very simple script. So, hey, how's life, right? Initiate the conversation. It's great. How's yours? Absolutely amazing. Just got off the phone with my business partner about my new venture. Oh, cool. What are you doing? It's amazing. You need to check it out. Well, what is it? Let me send you a mobile app, and it'll go over all the details. Go into guest. It's going to ask what's the passcode. So I did not give him my referral code. Why not? Because now I know he's actually going into the app because he's asking for my referral code. If I just give him my referral code, how am I going to know? So don't give him your referral code until they ask for it, okay? So your referral code is your website name. You let them know to go to a presentation, watch the webinar. I will message you in 20 minutes. And then afterwards, get a 3-way call. So afterwards, right? Hey, do you want to get more information on how this works? Yes. Got questions? Get them on the phone. Edify your upline. Do a 3-way call and have your upline do the work. Just stay quiet and listen. Okay, so here's something extremely important. So what we've gone over so far is initiating the conversation. After we initiate the conversation, we want to make sure that we pique interest. We want to find out directly if they're open to evaluating another stream of income. If yes, and they ask what is it, send them a very brief synopsis, right? You want to pique interest, get them excited to even check out the information. So if they said, yeah, the concept appeals to me, send me some information. Okay, now your job is not to explain and answer a bunch of questions. That's a big, big mistake. Your job is only to move someone to the mobile app or some sort of video content, some sort of link, okay? Always get a time commitment before sending any links. Let me repeat that. Always get a time commitment before sending any links. If they can't give you a definitive time because they're too busy, that's okay. Just set a deadline for them. Now, don't be Nazi about this, okay? It's okay. Just kind of slip that in there. Just say, look, perfect. I'll send you over all the information so you can get all the details on how this works. Is now a good time for you, or are you busy? What they will tell you is if they're busy, which they are most of the time, they will let you know when they get off work or when they will be available. You want to make sure that you send them the information at that specified time that they let you know that they are available. That way, when you send the link, you can let them know you're going to follow up with them in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, hour, whatever the case is. All right. Now, if they can't give you that time, Just say, great, I'll send you the information and I'll follow up with you. I don't know, when are you available? Cool, this day and this time, great. So what's today, Sunday? So cool, I'll hit you up by Tuesday night, 6 o'clock. I'm going to put it in my calendar. I'm going to set an alert. Can you put it in yours? Great. Okay, now you can have an appointment on the books. So always get that time commitment, guys. Now here are the videos to send. So there's going to be certain videos that you'll send with certain people. We have the Team Fusion app. We have a call for network marketers with network marketing experience. And then we have certain webinars to send out. So if you want to send someone the mobile app so they can look at a bunch of different videos, send them the link is teamfusionwebsite.com/mobile app. Remember, tell them to select on guest area. And then after they don't give them your referral code, okay? It says enter referral code, right? Only give them the referral code when they ask you for it. And then you're going to send them to presentations and watch the webinar, okay? Or you can send them to different videos there. The sizzle call. This is a call between Mr. James Bradford, Double Red Diamond, and Scott Bulch, talking about the done-for-you model, talking about the difference in the system. This talks about how they did 120 million in their first year. It talks about online marketing and network marketing and retail marketing combined. It talks about being able to pre-inform someone so they can look at the information first before deciding to come out to a home meeting or a second sort of event, so that everyone that comes out is interested. They know why they're there. They already know about the investment. They know what the product is. They know the compensation. They're already interested. So guess what? They sign up 80% of the time. So we don't run around getting flaked on. We don't run around doing all these presentations, trying to sell people, resorting to high pressure sales tactics. We don't have to do that because everyone's pre-informed. And when a network marketer hears that with network marketing experience, they are blown away. Just like me, this was a huge, huge part of why I decided to join Team Fusion. When I heard that call, I was just blown away. And then afterwards, I was able to watch the Scott Bulch webinar after I had listened to the Sizzle call. And I let them know, look, when I'm sending someone the call, I'm letting them know that this does not go over the business plan. This just talks about the difference in the system and how they did so much revenue in their first year, okay? Let them know that afterwards, then they're going to have to watch a webinar. So Amy Seaver webinar is absolutely amazing. It works great for women, great for people that are doves. There's the link for the Amy Seaver webinar. The cool thing about this webinar is only 15 minutes long. Okay, both webinars are 15 minutes long. So the Scott Bulch webinar is also very good after the Amy Seaver webinar, okay? So if you want someone to be able to watch the Scott Bulch webinar, send them your referral code. So this is your website name. So like mine is matthewbyers.kayaniviral.com/webinar. Why would I send them this? Because it alerts you. It actually sends you an alert, a text, when someone begins watching the webinar, and it alerts you when they're done watching the webinar, so you know exactly when to follow up with them, okay? So these are the videos to send. Now, here's where the fortune lies, guys, is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. So understand that recruiting is a process. Most people will not sign up just from watching a video on the mobile app. Some will, but most won't. This is a process. And I see one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they answer a bunch of questions and they try to get their prospects to sign up after watching a few videos. It's not going to work a majority of the time. So what you want to do is you just want to get them to a second look. You want to get someone and move them to the next step. So here's what you say. A lot of people ask, well, what do I say once they're done watching the videos? Here is exactly what you say. You say, look, they did 120 million in revenue in their first year with this product in this system. We're going to do it again, but bigger. Do you want to get more information on how this works? Okay, you could say, we're going to do this again, but bigger. We're the first in the market. Whoever gets in ground floor is going to override all of it. Do you want to get more information on how this works? If they say no, they're not interested, don't have to sell them, guys. People are expecting that, right? So don't be a salesperson. Just say, great, I appreciate your time. You can fall back and get them as a customer, okay? If they have questions or if they are interested and they say, yes, what do I got to do? Say, look, I'm working directly with the people who launched this entire company. Let me see if I can get you on the phone with my business partner with them. They're experts at this. They're in charge of the entire U.S. expansion. Let me see if I can get him or her on the phone. And then let your upline do the talking. Let your upline talk to your prospects. What we'll do is we'll form them. We'll talk about their family, their occupation, what they do for fun, and what they do for motivation. We're going to get to know them, all right? We're not selling the product. We're selling the top 3 positions. You're selling your upline. Sell the event. Edify your upline. Edify the event, okay? So don't answer a bunch of questions, because now your prospects are going to think that they have to answer a bunch of questions, and they're going to say, I don't have the time to do this, all right? So, but if you can get your mentor on the phone, when we talk to them, all we're going to say is like, hey, what did your friend do? He sent me a link to a video. Yeah, and then what? He put me on the phone with you. Can you do that? I could do that, right? So people will do it because it's simple, right? And that's going to duplicate. So you want to tell your prospect, your mentor's story. Facts don't matter. The stories are what matter. Stories sell, facts tell. It's all about the stories. All they want to know is that we can help them to achieve their goals, is that we got their back, that we can help them make their money back, that we can help them get into profit, okay? So you want to make sure that you make your upline walk on water and glow in the dark. They are just going to be a salesperson to that person on the phone. I'm telling you, they have maybe a little anxiety, so you want to make them feel at ease, all right? So, let them know that they're talking to someone that's way up there, okay? If you can get your prospect to address your mentor as ma'am or sir, you're doing a phenomenal job. So you can say, hey, look, because of I respect what we can do in this business, I want you to get 100% of the information correct. I want you to speak to one of my business mentors who's an expert in this industry. They're one of the most well-known entrepreneurs in the entire industry, literally the Michael Jordan or the Oprah Winfrey. They're one of the top money earners in the market. They're incredible leaders. They're helping so many people to have success. We are so unbelievably lucky to be able to work with him. Let me get him on the phone. You have now addressed and catered to the eagles, to the doves, to the owls, and the peacocks. You can even add in there, they're tons of fun, okay? So never ask your prospect, do you want to talk to him? Don't do it, guys. It's bad, because they're going to say, no, I don't want to talk to him, because they're nervous. So make sure you just do it. Just get them on the phone, and don't refer to your leader as your upline, okay? No, we're your success team, your business mentor, your business coach, and address them by their last name, Mr. or Miss whatever, okay? And don't blindside your mentors. Let them know in advance that you may have a 3-way call, so that we can be ready, so we can get prepared, so we know we got someone teed up. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Remember, we want to get them to a second exposure. Okay. The average person needs 3 to 7 exposures before they can make a decision, and they've been able to evaluate the information enough so they can make an informed decision. Okay. So all we're going to do is just build a relationship with them, find out about them, and then get them to a second event. All right. So here is how we promote the event. Now, we don't just say meeting. We got to be able to build value, because if you don't build value, people will tell you they're going to make it, and they're not going to make it. So here's how you build the value, so that they will actually put it in their calendar, and there's enough value for them to actually go out and show up to the second exposure. Hey, we're going to be having a professional overview Thursday at 7 or Wednesday at 7 or whatever. That's going to go into specific details on all the products. Hold on. We're going to go and we're going to be having a professional overview Thursday at 7. That's going into specific details on each of the products, how the system works in depth, how the mobile app works, the compensation broken down. You really get to see and understand why so many people in this company are having success and literally doing in 6 months what takes people 6 years to do. Come so you can fully evaluate this and make an informed decision, a true informed decision on whether this is something that will work for you or not, okay? So what you've done is you've built the value. A mistake I see people make is just they say, hey, come to a meeting to get more info. Hey, come to a presentation. You got to build the value for them to actually show up, okay? And if they can't make it to your event, always get an appointment on the books. See, that's why it's underlined and it's in bold and it's in big font. No worries. What does your schedule look like? Ask them what works for them. As soon as you guys can get together, book them into your next appointment that works good with their schedule. Your business will live and die on the amount of guests that you can get to attend events. So here are the top landmines to avoid. These are the biggest issues I see new reps fall into. So number one, being so set on getting someone to one particular meeting that you forget there are other meetings that you can set up. 2-on-1s at coffee shops, DFY events, webinar presentations online. Okay, there are other home meetings that you can set. You may have 2 set up, but there are other people that are having home meetings. So if they cannot make it to your meeting, if you're having a home meeting, don't just say, oh, no worries, I'll let you know when the next one is. You don't want to do that, because now you're going to play phone tag. You're going to try and reach out to them. They're not going to answer you. And now they're going to feel chased and hounded. And you didn't be a professional. You weren't being a professional. Remember, you got to get something on the books. Always get an appointment on the books, no matter what it is. Webinar, 2-on-1, doesn't matter. Ask them what's your schedule look like, when's the soonest we can together, and get it on the books. Second landmine to avoid, using the word meeting or presentation. The last thing people want to do after working Monday through Friday is go to a meeting, okay? So it's a professional overview. It's a private engagement. It's a private event, okay? So you want to build the value. And number 3, forgetting that people need usually 3 to 7 exposures before someone decides on whether to join the team or not, okay? Always get someone to a second exposure after viewing information via a video link or a mobile app. So get someone to a one-on-one. Get someone to a private business reception at your home, or a DFY event, or a webinar presentation, or get them on a 3-way call. That is the most important thing, guys, because otherwise people have objections, and on these presentations, we overcome these objections. So make sure that you're avoiding those landmines. Remember this acronym, BAMFAM, BAMFAM. It stands for book a meeting from a meeting. Always get an appointment on the books. Be a professional. Don't not get appointment on the books. Get something on the books. That way, it's in your calendar, okay? Let them know you're a professional. Let them know that you mean business, that you're serious about this, okay? So if they're like, yeah, I'll get back to you, it's like, great. I work by calendar. I'm sure you do as well. Both are time. It's extremely valuable. I know you want to get back with me when you can, but let me check my schedule and see when you can actually do that. Okay, I got tomorrow available or the day after. What works better for you between those 2 days? Oh, the day after. Okay, morning, afternoon, or evening. Okay, evening, you got like 6 or 8 or 9. Like, when works best for you? Okay, cool. Let's take out our calendars and let's mark it together. Okay, so you've marked it. So it's in their calendar and it's in your calendar. That way, you're holding them accountable. Okay, you're holding them accountable to their word. You're making sure that they have integrity, that they're going to keep that appointment, that they're not going to make up some baloney that, oh, I got this or this and this and this and this. Okay, because a lot of people will make up something. That's because they forgot. All right, they forgot. And so you want to make sure that you're extremely serious about this business, okay? And that they need to take it seriously as well. They'll know that you're a very serious business person. And now they're not going to feel hounded, or they're not going to feel chased, okay? All right. So here's how we prevent people from flaking. 100% of the people you pick up show up. All right. So if you're having a home meeting, go pick them up. DFY event, go pick them up. All right. That's guaranteed to make them show up. Like, hey, cool, I'll pick you up at this time. If someone tells you that they're going to try and make it, what they're telling you is that they are in no way, shape, or form going to make it out. If someone tells you that they're for sure 100%, you can bet your life on it, I will be there unless I die. If someone tells you that, you got a 50% chance of them actually showing up. So when someone tells you they're going to try to make it, they're not going to make it, guys. So you want to be bold here. Have posture. Look, I'm not looking for effort necessarily. It's very limited seating. I got someone who's a top executive coming in town only for a day. This could change if you're not doing something that's financially life-changing, change your plan. This is the number one priority, okay? All right, number one priority. And guys, if someone flakes out on you more than once, say twice, it's usually because they're just not interested, okay? Ask them, would you like me to scratch you off my list? Here's my rule of thumb. If someone flakes and reschedules, usually there's might be a viable reason. But if they just don't, then maybe they're not interested. I'll ask them, hey, do you want me to scratch you off my list? No one wants to be scratched. No, don't scratch me off the list. right? If they do, great. They weren't interested anyway. If they are interested, then now they know you mean business and they're guaranteed to show up, guys. All right. So remember, if they're not interested, guys, it's totally fine. Get them as a customer. Go and have them sign up for the Triangle of Health. We're impacting so many lives with this product. There's so many testimonials. We can't even share a lot of testimonials because it's a health claim. So you want to know who you want to get as customers. We want to help you get at least 4 customers ASAP, because 4 customers gets you into the customer pool, and it's also going to help you earn enough money to cover the cost of your own auto ship. Make that a priority, guys, because here's something that you're going to want to write down and live by. Lead by example. Your team will never do what you tell them to do. They will only do what you do. So if you can go out and get 4 customers and cover the cost of your own auto ship and lead by example and use the product yourself, then you're going to be able to teach your team how to do it, and that's going to duplicate. Customers is the name of the game. So you want to identify people on your list who can benefit from this product. And most importantly, people you think that would be open to trying, okay? Caring and sharing with people that are only open. The best way to get customers are the people that are not willing to follow you or get your top positions, okay? So what you want to do is get them as a customer. So I'm going to give you guys a really good script on how to get someone as a customer. You're going to want to fall back on this if they're not wanting to follow you in business. So the main tool in your tool belt is that they have a 30-day trial period, okay? Emphasize they can go straight to your website and they can try it out and for 30 days. They can send it back used or empty, and they can send it back minus the shipping, get all of their money back. They can be healthy for free for a month if they want. Okay. See at the very bottom, it says your website to get customers. It's going to be your referral code.kayanibiro.com/triangle. That is your site name, your referral code.kayanibiro.com/triangle. You're going to earn $40 per month per customer that you get. Now, unless they go with Prime, but Prime is the most amazing tool, guys. You're going to be able to save your customers nearly $400 over the course of a year on shipping and on the cost of the product. Through Prime, they pay a one-time $39. Now they get free shipping and wholesale pricing, which is the same cost as it is to us, $139 a month for an entire 6 months. That saves them $200 over 6 months and $400 over the course of a year, which means long-term customer, which means that you're going to have a sustainable business, a passive income that goes higher and higher and higher month after month after month after month after month. And you're going to be able to teach your team how to do it. And if your team's getting customers, they're never going to quit their auto ship. They're always going to continue to use the product. And the only way to make money in this company is to have product that's being generated, customer revenue, people using the product, whether it's distributors, non-distributors, that's generating customer revenue. It's the name of the game. So go out there, lead by example, get your customers, guys, and teach your team how to do it. Here's the script that I use. Don't sell the product. Don't try and sell it. The product sells itself. So be humble, guys. Look, tell them why you're doing the business. Why are you doing this business? You got to find a why. Okay, you need not willpower. You need why power. Okay, that's what's going to drive you. That's what's going to get you to do this. That's what's going to help you to overcome your anxiety or your fear, or talking to your chicken listers, whatever the case is your reason why. So mine is to retire my mom. Look, I'm really trying to make something out of my life. I'm doing this because my mom needs to be retired. She filed for bankruptcy 3 years ago. She did everything right. She got her bachelor's degree. She's been a nurse for 30 years. I really got to help her. I'd really appreciate your support. You can try this product out for 30 days, and if you're not happy with it, you can send it back completely empty and get all of your money back. Okay, but it would mean the world to me and help you out so much if you could support me, be my first customer, and it could help your health as well. And people are going to become your customer because of you. Okay, this is relationship marketing. Okay, so last thing that we got here, okay, the customer sample approach. This is amazing, guys. I have personally sponsored 28 people in this business now. Okay. Now, it's funny because 15 of them have come through social media, through Facebook, which Dr. Maral Rudabal went over. The other 13 came from this approach. This is amazing, this approach, guys. The customer sample approach. Guys, just know this, though. The claims that you're allowed to make are outlined in the DFY presentations, okay? There's a document in your back office which outlines claims that you're allowed to make regarding income. So you have 7-day trial packs. Save the 7-day trial packs for your professionals, for your A players. Everyone else, you want to get a Ziploc bag, put together 7-day sample packs. That would include 7 of the Sunrise packets, 1 sample nitro bottle, and 21 sunset pills. That's 3 per day. Place a product brochure inside of the Ziploc bag. When you meet with your prospect, educate your prospect on how to take it. Okay, now here's what I do when I'm meeting with someone. They know we're meeting for business. I'm casting vision. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about goals. I'm talking about the future. I'm talking about being able to live on my terms, when I want, with who I want, when I want, not being average, not settling for mediocre, not settling for average, overcoming the status quo, being great, a human potential, how we have so much potential. And I'm inspiring people, I'm motivating people, and I'm casting vision for this company. 2 years Team Fusion. That is it. It is so wide open. 10 years in business, multi-billionaires who run this company that don't care about money because they're already financially independent. They started this company not to make money. They started this company to help average people live above average lives, guys, to be able to impact lives financially. And that's why we're doing so. That's why this comp plan pays out 53%, 52.4% to the distributors. That's why they haven't taken a dime out of this company, because they want to create success stories. So I'm talking about that. I'm talking about how we have that track record with multi-billionaires who have never failed in business, but really the US is only 2 years old. It's so wide open. We're the first, and over the next few years, we're going to override all of it, and how our lives are going to be completely changed. I'm talking about that, guys. And so here's my prerequisite. I will never give you my trial pack unless you're interested in the business. Unless, as a prerequisite, I'm going to download the Team Fusion app for you on the spot. I'm going to put in my referral code on the spot. I'm going to show you the webinar and the videos to watch on the spot. That way, when you're trying the product for 7 days, you've tried the product, you've downloaded the app, you've watched the videos, you've done your research. I'm going to bam book a meeting from a meeting into a second exposure, into a PBR or a DFY or to a webinar presentation. That way, if they show up to that second exposure, them trying the product already and doing the research, for me, they've signed up 100% of the time. They have all signed up, guys. It is so powerful as long as you follow this system, and they're going to feel the difference being 1 day off this product, guys. It is so incredible, this system, guys. So remember, it stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. So one of the most important parts of this business is make sure you're following the steps outlined. And now what we're going to do is bring up probably the most important subject. We saved the best for last. And I'm going to bring up a top producing diamond in the company who has done such incredible things. When she got introduced to this company, she was up in the Boston marketplace. There was no one in Boston, absolutely no one. And just a few months, she created a diamond position. She's helped multiple people hit emerald and soon to be diamond out there. They got dozens of cars out on the road, and she tried another network marketing company before for it's 3, 4, 5 years and couldn't have any success. She comes in here and creates a 6-figure income in a few months. She is one of the most incredible leaders that I have ever seen. She's one of the most prestigious businesswomen that I've ever seen. She's coast to coast like butter and toast. She works so hard. Every single day, she's out there in the trenches with her team, leading by example. No wonder she hit diamond in such a record-setting position, and no wonder she's going to be a black diamond in the company, and no wonder she's going to create multiple hundreds and hundreds of success stories because she cares about her team. No wonder. I'm going to go ahead and bring her up. Top producing diamond, Ms. Jules Marquisio.
Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you for everything that you do for the team. There's no way that we could be growing as fast and as far and as wide as we are if we didn't have other leaders like you, and it's an honor to be building this with you and Charles. So I'm going to get into, my story is real simple. I've spent 5.5 years now in the industry, and 5.5 years ago, I met a young gentleman worth $25 million, young kid, younger than me, who introduced me to this, who showed me that there's just a better way to make money out there. There's a better way to get your time back and get your life back. And for me, that's the way I want to live. So I spent 13 years in project management, and then I left all that, and I was actually laid off a few times as well around that same time, and I was thinking about changing my entire career and going into nursing, and I was a year and a half into school, and I decided to walk away from all of that the second I saw what I had in my hands and what this opportunity could do for me and my family. And that's another reason why I came home. A year ago, I left that other company, and I saw what Team Fusion was doing. I saw what Kyani was all about, and I care. And that's probably why I am so successful, is because I care a lot about people. I care a lot about parents that don't have retirement. I care a lot about the drug epidemic that's happening back here in Massachusetts. So I came back here, and I wanted to lead the charge and show people that we've just got a better way all around for taking care of yourself and taking care of your finances in life. But showing up is the most important thing. And that's what I do, is I show up. And I tell people all the time, people that show up, go up. And a majority of your success is all about showing up. And you miss 100% of the opportunities that you never show up for. So your team is going to do exactly as you do. You have to lead by example, and that's so important if you want to make it big here. And I only came over here to make it big. And I've got plenty of friends who have already made it and paved the way here with Team Fusion. So there's no doubt in my mind that when I came back here by myself, all I had to do was start showing up, even if it was just me at first, because I knew what I had behind me. And you can always pretend that you care, but you can't pretend that you're there. And I love that quote because it's so true. David Nevis has been here to Boston. That's another reason why we're growing fast. It's because I have people that care, that live in the trenches. That's what we have with this team. Charles Rudaba has been here pretty much once a month since I joined, letting me know that he is in this with me, and he's going to help pave the way. And without them and without other leaders that don't show up, there's no way we could be doing what we're doing. So you can go ahead to the next slide, Matt. So what I get to talk about is events. And that's where I first saw what network marketing was about. I was at a PBR. It's a certain type of event that you can go to. That's where people see what we do, who we are, and how we build the business, and they can come decide and they can see if they want to be a part of it. It's also a place, once you're on the team, where you're learning. You're calling into an event or a conference call, or you're showing up to an event. And you've got to create a culture of people understanding, as network marketers, we go to events. 5 events a month we've got. Most people go to work as an employee 5 days a week. We go to 5 events a month. That's it. Everything else is, thanks to technology, is pretty much online and accessible from anywhere you possibly want to be, as long as you have Wi-Fi. So you want to create an event culture. No one misses events who wants this to work. I don't just show up to DFYs when I feel like it. I am there because I own it. And that's the way you have to be from day one. If you want to be a diamond, you got to act like a diamond. You got to commit to 40 hours per month. And I know that some people have jobs and kids and 2 jobs, and everyone's super busy. I worked full time like crazy, and instead of laying on the couch or instead of going out with my friends, I sacrificed everything I had to do to get to where I want, because I know what was at the finish line. And you guys got to understand, financial freedom is at the end of this. Is it worth fighting for? Is it worth working when you're tired? Is it worth missing a birthday party or postponing something if you have to? That comes from you. And that's why I am where I am, because it's so worth it to me to know that my mother doesn't have to work anymore when she had no other option in life but to depend on her kids and wonder, what's going to happen when you've worked 70 years and you have no retirement and you have no savings account. That's scary, and we know so many people that are like that. So events are everything, and that's where we're going to train our army once we get people on board. We've got the Saturday Diamond Development and Recognition Call, which is 10 a.m., 1 p.m. over here on the East Coast, and those are the 2 middle Saturdays of the month, and it's hosted by Charles and Moral. And you guys already heard from both of them tonight. To be trained and to learn from an Ivy League professor for free on personal development and how to become a multi-millionaire through the person you become in this industry, how can you not want to be on those calls? We've got the Sunday Pearl and Above Leadership Call, which is at 1 o'clock on the West Coast, 4 o'clock East Coast. And that's another thing, is once you earn your way onto that call, how can you not be on it? How can you not want to be on that call? I have pros on my team that sometimes, you know, don't call into that call, and you want to make sure you're taking advantage of everything, because those are the ones that are getting promoted to Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald. We also have the Getting Started group launch calls, and these are great. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon on the East Coast, and then Sundays at 4 o'clock or 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. And we're going to start using that app called Zoom, where it's so easy for you guys to just hop on, and the group launches are amazing. So when I've got 100 people a month joining my team, which is the goal, is to have 100 people a minute joining my team, I don't want to manage all these people. I want to throw them into the machine that's already built, that's going to help train them, help get them on track. They can be anywhere. They can be listening to this on the ride home from work, whatever it possibly is. And once they learn all that and they sort of get trained and they're kind of teed up, then it's time to go to work and start putting numbers into the pipeline. How many people can we share this with? That's it. Name of the game, period. And the Breakfast of Champions calls are amazing, Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock West Coast, 11 o'clock here. You are going to have all your new people be able to call into this quick call every single morning and listen to what they should think about for the day, or what to do to get on track, or what not to do. And it's going to help train your people on how to build this machine that eventually prints money for you. And that is the end result of building your Team Fusion franchise. So you want to make sure you're taking advantage of everything you've got. You can refer to your upline chain of solution for all those phone numbers and stuff. And Matt, you can go to the next slide. And I'm going to keep going about, you know, the most important thing here, and this is how I built the entire business over here in Boston, is PBRs. You know, it's a private business reception, and what that means is your friends have seen some information and they're interested, and they want to learn more. They've been on a three-way call. They're coming over to meet the person that's going to help them too. And it's someone who knows how to explain the business and knows how to go over objections and questions, and it's your house, and it's free, and you don't need to rent an office, and it's duplicatable. Anyone can do it, and you don't have to feed everyone. I've done them in mansions, I've done them in garages, I've done them in dorm rooms. It doesn't matter. It's a way we can build a business, and PBRs are where you find your diamonds in people's living rooms. That's where I was found, in a living room. From the woman that I nannied for invited me over because we found out her neighbor, who was worth $25 million, had an opportunity that we could also take advantage of. And that's how I got into network marketing. So when you're new, schedule 2 PBRs, get them on the books, make sure they're on AllCal, which is an app that we use. You'll learn about when you get on one of the launch calls. Schedule 2 PBRs and then just start promoting for it. And get that revolving door going of everyone you know so they can come in and see what's happening. Make sure you use the right language on promoting and inviting. And it's so crucial that you use every single aspect of the system, because every single tool we give you and the scripts and the language is all to build your franchise. What has made James Bradford $6 million in 2 years is building this specific franchise. So you want to make sure that you're doing everything exactly how we tell you and listening to these things. Turn your car into a university on wheels while you're on the way to work, Monday through Friday. That's what I used to do, because most people are sitting in traffic for at least an hour a day anyways. So stop listening to music and start learning how to build this, because the more you learn, the more you're going to earn. And you can go to the next slide, Matt. So this is one thing I love, and Matt was talking about booking a meeting from a meeting. When you're talking to people and they can't get to a PBR, or maybe you're in a state where you don't have someone to come present, this is what I did. When I couldn't just say, hey, everything's so awesome, and edify myself and then go to a PBR, it's just me to start. I can't do that. I have to use support, and we are so lucky that we have an upline that has everything all set up for us. There's no way you can fail here. We have so much for you to utilize. You just have to step up to the plate and say, this is mine, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to build this. And the out-of-state webinars are awesome because you can be anywhere, and you can just get your friends to come over after they've kind of watched some information. They want to learn more. You can edify, whoever's presenting for the out-of-state webinars. We have those every single Wednesday and Saturday at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. Invite your friends over, hook it up to the TV through an HDMI cord, and then you have a whole presentation live going on with someone presenting who's probably at least an emerald or most likely a diamond, presenting to you and your friends. And then you can bring your chain of solution in, who you work with hand in hand, and they can come in live, and it's just like having a PBR. They're just not there. There's so much we can do. You want to take advantage of it. If you're out of state, you need to reach out and say, hey, I want to schedule this, and take your business into your own hands, because my business is growing so fast. I can't go around and baby everybody. But when I first got into network marketing, I showed up. And I said, I don't even understand how this works, but I'm here. What can I do? Who can I learn from? And that's why I'm successful, because I treat this like a real business. And that's one thing you want to make sure you're doing, is doing everything that you would do if it was your job and you had a boss watching you. Are you organized? Do you have your numbers tracked? Have you been on an out-of-state webinar, even though you might have PBRs, but have you listened to see what it is, because you're learning and you want to learn more, you want to learn how to present? It's another great tool for new people to get on these and learn how to present. How does Matt Byers go over the presentation? Let me take notes from him. And it's all about how many presenters you can get on your team. That's how your business is going to grow. How many people do you have out there sharing the mission? Period. It's a numbers game. Matt, you can go to the next slide. And this is my favorite night of the week, Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights is family night, the DFY weekly event. Every single PBR or every single one-on-one or webinar I did led up to 5 months of grinding, 6 months I think almost, over here in Boston before we had our first DFY event. And that is every single Tuesday, and you want to make sure you're there. When I got into network marketing, we had 3 events a week, Wednesday nights, Friday nights, Saturday mornings. And I made sure that whatever job I had, I knew network marketing was where I was going, so I stayed in a job where I was nannying, because it had every single event open for me to go to. I only worked till 3 o'clock. If I went back to project management, which I had spent 13 years in, just to go pay the bills while I was building, my fortune on the side, I would have been traveling. I would have been working hard hours. I would have been stuck in the office some days. So I went and got something that was in line with everything else being open to build my business. And every single Tuesday, you want to make sure that you are there by 7 o'clock. My leaders are there by 6 o'clock if they can be. Some of them work full time, but if they can be, they're there at 6 o'clock to start help setting up. We want to make sure that we are dressed in business attire. This is your report card for how many PBRs you and your team have been in, how many living rooms, and how many new people have you shared this with, because that's how the DFY is growing every single week. It's $10 for reps, because we all chip in for the room. Again, no one has to carry any certain amount of weight. And it's smart and it's easy. And that's where you can just show up. And you can have your guests and your friends and your family listen to people who are already in that market, having major success, teaching you exactly how they did it and what's about to happen. You just got to show up and be a part of the environment, the meeting before the meeting, showing up to meet your friends and your guests and introducing them to other people so they can understand that, hey, there's another doctor in line, or there's another nurse, or another single mother who's doing this, who's a sapphire. We always train about meeting before the meeting here. Is so important to make sure that everyone is seeing what we have here. It's a culture, it's a family. And to form these people, to help them understand, and open their mind and get to know who they are, so when they walk in, they have an open mind and they're really soaking into the information and seeing, hey, this can fit into my life, because it's also fitting into other people's lives who are having success. So you want to make sure you take that serious, and you're there, you're part of the weekly event no matter what. So once a month we have regional trainings, and we just started having ours 3 or 4 months ago. It took me almost a year to get a regional training out here, and that is an amazing thing that builds massive momentum in your market, because they fly in a speaker who's new, who isn't usually there. People get excited and it builds momentum, and you learn from other people who are already having success. And I love learning from different people that I've never learned from before and listening to how they train. So you want to make sure you block out the first Saturday of every single month. Usually it's the first Saturday from 10 to 4 or 10 to 5 sometimes. I would just block out that whole day. Tickets are $25, and you get them right on the app, and you want to make sure that you are pre-registering on the app as soon as it's available. And in Boston, we post our tickets on the Team Fusion Boston page and say, hey, I've got my ticket, do you? Lead by example. Make sure that you are there early at a regional event to help set up and make sure the line is formed. Even if your job is to be a person in line, make sure you're there early, because you're being, again, a part of the environment, bringing your whole team, letting them know that's where you're going to be trained. It's another university. We have university, once a month. You want to make sure that everybody's there. You bring your notebooks, you're taking notes, you're off your phones, and only time you want to bring guests is if they're pre-informed, meaning they've seen a video, they want to learn more, they've been maybe even a PBR, maybe they've even been to a GFY. And that's where leaders are born, is when you start going over information that is next level, that really brings you to an understanding of what you've got in your hands, the fundamentals of the industry, and how to really build this. And you want to make sure that you are absolutely registered for the next upcoming regional, and you're calling and making personal phone calls to everyone on your team. Everyone you possibly can. Call your leaders and tell them to call their leaders, and start a chain of solution of people calling. Personal phone calls saying, hey, are you coming to an event? Let's get you registered before it sells out. And treat this like a real business, you know, and you will absolutely see your numbers go up 100%. Matt, you can go to the next slide. So the main goal of any network marketing company is to really train their force out there at the next level 100% by the best in the entire company. This is where you're going to learn from black diamonds, double red diamonds, on people of exactly how they got there. You're going to learn from the co-founders, the doctors, the scientists. The big event 2 times a year. We have an International Leadership Academy. It's got to be non-negotiable if you want to make it big here. If you're not treating this like a business and you don't really care, then you don't need to come. But if you think you're going to be a diamond, you're going to be there 100%. And you're going to not only going to be there, you're going to be making sure everyone that you care about enough on your team is going to be there too. So you want to make sure that everyone who's brand new, when they come on board, they know they've got 72 hours to also get that special price for $99, where they just have to call corporate. And you can even do it on a 3-way call, and they can register them that way. And the next one we have is coming up in March, and that is in Fort Worth, Texas. So make sure not only do you have your tickets, but you're getting your plane tickets, and you're planning ahead. If you're driving, you know, you get a bus, and you bring everyone with you. You can go to the next slide now. So this is my last slide here, guys, and we're just going to wrap it up. You know, there's no special talent that I bring to the table besides my work ethic. That's it. You know, and to get into nursing school, I couldn't get anything less than a B, and I had to take so many different classes, and I can't even tell you how many times I was at like the tutoring center, because there was no other option for me but to get that B. When I'm in organic chemistry, not even understanding what the hell I'm even, you know, learning about, but I'm going to work my ass off to get there, no matter what it takes. And that's the talent that you need to bring to the table here, because you're going to work anyways in life. You know, and having massive success is not convenient. But working for, you know, 60 years is a lot less convenient for me to never really go to all these places I want to go in life. And you can understand that you can be part-time here at first. It has to be. Nobody has a full-time schedule wide open for the most part. It has to be part-time, but it can't be sometime. You have to be consistent. You know, we're all ordinary people, but you have an extraordinary desire inside. My desire is so huge that I didn't care what anyone said to me when I first got into network marketing. I didn't care that I left nursing school. My mother screamed and cried and couldn't believe what was happening to me, and I've been brainwashed. Didn't matter. You know, and she's my #1 fan now, because my desire to have what these mentors had, knowing that this is where I could only get it in life, period, the rest, you know, nothing else mattered. And you can have anything if you're willing to adapt, if you're willing to show up, you can reach the top, and that is it. That's it, you guys. You know, I'm not talented, I'm just obsessed. Obsessed with bettering my life and becoming a better version of who I am, and I'm obsessed with helping people. And that's how you get to the top here. So that is it. Thank you guys for coming on. I know it's the first of the year, and 2017 is going to be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing for where we're going and what we're set up for. And we just paved a massive road, and we're about to plow into so many other states here on the East Coast, and I'm so excited. So thank you all, and I'll see you at the top.